nervous a little bit when I start these. People don't realize it. Like, you've seen how it is when you start doing videos. You know, the world's going to see it. Oh, I don't want to tell you that right before we start. All right, let me get started right now. I'd like to welcome everybody to CKJ Crypto News. Today we have a very, 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 very special guest. We got Malpass from the office on the show.
What's up, baby boy?
What's going on, Malpass?
Everybody, how y'all doing out there?
Yeah. Oh, you got your... Oh.
XRP, baby.
Oh, XRP, baby, that's for sure. Cheers. Oh, man, I like to really thank you for taking time out to come on the show.
Hey, absolutely, brother. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, that's for sure. You know, one thing is like, one thing that, you know, I always try to do on my channel is I always try to highlight the community, because the community's been so supportive to CKJ. You've been so supportive, and the community's been amazing, and that's why I always try to highlight the community, because me, myself, I'm an average Joe investor. You know, I feel like I'm in the same boat as everybody else. So that's why I was really excited about having you on the show, because you've been very supportive of the XRP community. Plus, you know, we're all on the same journey. That's
right, absolutely.
That's for sure. So, you know, my first question would be actually, you know, how did you even find out about cryptocurrencies?
Man, I got this group of guys that we travel around the country, and we do different projects all over the country. And I had one of them come to me. He's a little smarter than all the rest of us, and he was like, "Man, you ever heard of Ripple?" And I was like, "Man, Ripple?" I said, "Yeah, absolutely. We got ripples everywhere, man. Ripples in the water, ripple everywhere." And he was like, no, man, like Bitcoin. I said, like, what? So he sat me down and he explained a little bit to me. He didn't really know too much about it. He just knew what he was seeing on social media. Okay. And everybody was saying, hey, this is that new thing. This is going to take off. This was probably around this time last year, October, starting to get into November. And, we started looking into it, started playing around in it. First thing we did is we actually set up a Coinbase account. Okay. And then from there, another one of them had figured out that we can't do nothing here. We have to set up like a Binance or something like that. So actually, the first place I went was actually Bittrex. Okay. And once I got on there, I started seeing everything that was on there. And I was like, shoot, man. I'm sitting here listening to these guys saying, man, we're fixing to make all kinds of money. We're fixing to make all kinds of money. I'm like, hey, I'm down for that, dude. I'm broke. I need some money. Let's do that. So we get on there and we start looking through them all. And just like anybody else that first got into it, the first thing I did was just start looking at names. Hey, I like the way this sounds. I like that name. I like this name. Yeah, you're right on the Never actually looked into what that name was, what the project was, what it was they were into, any of that kind of stuff. We were just like, man, look at this. There's something called RDD. Let's get that red. We're going to be some red boys around here. Just all kind of stupid stuff, man. But the first time that I actually put anything over $100 in, I found one that was actually named after my company, which is Stellar. So everybody's telling me, man, you're dumb, man. Well, you need to get into XRP. You need to get into XRP. As soon as it hits $1, man, it's going to take off. I'm like, man, y'all are clowning, dude. Y'all are clowning. So I put it into Stellar, and I sat there and I watched them. And these some of guys started making some money. And here I am still sitting down here like nothing's going on. And I'm like, what's going on here? So as time went on, it did its whole little run up, man. I watched my boys make some money. I was left behind, stuck in the Stellar, making some money. And once everything started turning around, once everything started going down, watched one of my boys. He was up like $7,000, man. I watched it deplete down to maybe his original investment. Original investment hit. He just pulled out, and everybody sort of got quiet about it. And I was like, into this, man. So I started actually doing some research, man. I actually started watching some YouTubers. First one I ever watched was on Alex Cobb. Okay. I can't even lie, dude. I've said this before, man, but the first time I ever watched Alex, I saw this little kid in there, man. He was actually the teenage investor at the time. Yeah, I remember exactly that. I went in there and started clowning on kid, man. I was like, listen to this, man. Hey, but no joke, that same stream, he taught me so much about XRP, that same stream that I was clowning on him. And I had all my money out of Stellar and put it in there. and started actually researching into ADA, Cardano.
Okay.
And got pretty deep into that research.
Okay.
With Charles Hoskinson, I don't know if you're familiar, but
Yeah, a little bit.
dude is if you ever just sit and listen to him talk, he just makes you feel stupid. I mean, just the
real.
I got that dude is so smart, man. It may make you feel stupid just sitting there listening to him. And the more I started researching, I actually pulled everything out of everything else, and here we are today in XRP, all in, baby.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. I'll tell you, actually, yeah, you did cause quite a stir because a lot of people know you for, representing the XRP community and, supporting the XRP YouTubers and, tweeting XRP stuff. And then when you made Malpass from the office, the first thing that showed up, matter of fact, no, it was when you took the first picture when you got your XRP shirt. And I think you had like the Stellar hat on, or Stellar something showed up in the picture. And everybody was like, what's going on here? So that did catch everybody off guard. And then they was like, nah, that's just the name of the company, Stellar. I was like, oh, okay.
Hey, XRP Clothing actually sent me a DM telling me, I can make that shirt in an XRP shirt. You don't have to wear that Stellar. Hell yeah, kind of says I have to.
Yeah, everybody was on that. So basically, you're saying that your friend got in like maybe right before the bull run.
Yes, absolutely.
Around that time.
Absolutely. When we first got in, XRP was right about 80-something cent when we first got in.
Okay.
Before the bull run.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So, and I guess nobody actually prepared that. Nobody knew that bear market was going to come like that. So people probably, left his money in, was like, I'm going to let this ride.
Man, we were at the top of the world, man. We thought we were there, man. We got... And a month later, that stuff starts booming, and we're like, man, we're there, guys. We're fixing to be rich. We're fixing to quit our jobs. We ain't never looking back.
Yeah, exactly.
Then reality set in.
Yeah, exactly. And it has been a little bit of an extended bear market. Basically, I met you probably a few months ago, and, how, one thing, a lot of people, lose interest, or they just think this ain't going anywhere, or, but people like me that have done the research, and we're still believing, what makes you hold on and say, okay, I've done the research or whatever, I'm going to ride this out. Do you ever doubt yourself, like maybe I've done the wrong thing? Are you confident in Ripple? Are you confident in XRP? Are you still confident in cryptocurrencies? Or, what's your take as we sit today? With it being a bloodbath in the market actually today?
So, realistically, with just getting in right before the bull market and watching that transpire, and then seeing how fast it went back down. I don't think there's anybody that didn't doubt for a second if you were new into it.
Okay.
And like I say, I mean, the guys that I got into it with have recently come back, but they gave up. They gave up on it altogether. Like, didn't even want to talk about it, kind of deal. And, but I think everybody has that little bit of a doubt. Like when you first get in, you're like, man, what did I just do? Did I make the right choice? And then the more you look into it and you see exactly what it is that they're trying to do, what it is that they're accomplishing, man, I don't doubt it at all, man. I mean, I'll be honest with you. That doubt that I did have, it didn't last long, I should say. I mean, I might have thought about it a couple of days, but all my original money is still in there plus. So yeah, I add every chance I get, man. I don't doubt it. I don't think there's anybody that really pays attention to the situation does doubt it. You know what I mean? There's some people looking from the outside in that don't know about it, and more than positive that they're doubting. People that bought in at all-time highs, I'm sure that some of them are doubting. But you still have some of those that are hanging in there that have actually dollar cost averaged themselves all the way down to where they are now, even off of the all-time highs. And man, that takes big balls, man. I mean, I'm gonna say it out there like that because it really does, man. To hold on like that and be through what we have actually been through with prices and FUD, and the FUD that even continue to come out today. You got to be.
What FUD came out today?
I have to pull it back up, man. I don't want to misquote it here on air. I don't want to misquote it.
Oh, well, it's no big deal. We try to stay away from FUD anyway. Maybe I missed it, but yeah, that's one thing I don't cover is FUD anyway. I leave it up to Cobb to bust the FUD. He's the FUD buster.
Well, it wasn't really that type of FUD. It was more along the lines of certain assets being 90% down and people still in it, wake up kind of deal. That kind of FUD.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Just hate. I should say hate, not really FUD. But I could see where some people could doubt it, but no, I don't doubt it. I mean, I love it.
Yeah, me too. To speak off what you said really, really quick, I mean, I'm going to have to give a shout out to Little Cobb also, because the thing is, believe it or not, he's one of the first persons that I did find too when he was around 5,000 subs. And it's kind of like what you said. I remember people gave him a hard time. And believe it or not, I use his experiences as motivation for me because, you know, you can't make the whole world happy. And a lot of times people do be really disrespectful, or they thumbs down or thumbs up, or you know, or they might cuss at you or not be nice. And like he kept pushing all through that. And I mean, look at him now, 25,000 subs, and you know, people respect him for his wisdom when they once didn't. You know, like you know, that's inspiring to me. You know how far he's come.
How old is he?
I think he just turned 18.
So you take somebody of that age, man. I have a 16-year-old daughter, and to sit down and have a conversation with her, like the way he talks, you know what I mean? That's non-existent for somebody at that age.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Dude is smart, man. He's put his research in. He's put his time in. I don't go into his streams a lot. I mean, he has his following, absolutely, and much props to him, man, because he's doing his thing. But man, I think it's awesome that somebody of that age know that much about something and actually be able to have that large of a voice in a community. That hats off to him, man. Good job.
Yeah, exactly. Did you see? Did you see what the Crypto Twins? They said what they were doing when they were 18. Did you see that video where the HODL Twins gave me a shout out and Cobb a shout out?
And they was actually talking about Sam I Am.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, they were like pretty much when I was 18, I was doing this. So they were giving like shout out to Cobb too, basically, you know, saying that. And that's true too. When I was 18, man, I couldn't sit still for more than 2 minutes.
Man, I was in jail. I had to sit still.
Yeah, I remember hearing you say that on your Malpass from the Office video. And the thing is, you know, we all made mistakes when we were younger, rip and run.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. I come from just a little something on that. I mean, but I come from nothing. I mean, absolutely. There was one point in time I was actually homeless, and my wife's family took me in at a very early age. Man, 16 years old, I was out running the streets homeless, just doing whatever I wanted to do, man. We was fighting, we was just doing a lot of different stuff, and it all caught up with me and ended up going to jail. But the best thing that ever happened to me, man, no joke, it's my wife. That ain't no joke. She tightened me up, man, and once we started having kids, she put that thumb down on me and really encouraged me the right way and got me into the church. And yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for her, man, I wouldn't be where I'm at now, brother. I promise you that.
Wow, you're saying like you met her around 16, so you've been together what, like 20 years or so, maybe?
A little over 20 years, absolutely.
Yeah, wow, congratulations, dude. That's amazing.
Yeah, I got 4 beautiful kids. I mean, she's held it all together, man. That ain't no joke.
Yeah, hats off to her. She sounds like an amazing woman, that's for sure. Especially like you said, I know you're a wild child, and she tamed you.
Hey, Bubba, hey, that is no joke, man. She stayed on me too, man. She didn't give up on me, man. There's a lot of people that give up on people like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Because I couldn't stay out of trouble, man. It was like every other weekend I was in jail for fighting or doing that. I mean, just stuff I had no business doing.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's what a lot of people really need in their life, is a role model or somebody that backs them or believes in them. I think a lot of people would have a different outcome in life. That's for sure.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. You can't do it on your own. That's the whole thing, man. It takes some people to get you where you need to be, and you got to learn some life lessons to get there. But hey, man, I've turned it around from the kid that was homeless and couldn't stay out of jail to now I work for a $750 million a year company with a corporate position and was living it up, baby boy. It's all in what you put yourself in to do. You know what I mean? Put your mind to it and go to it.
Yeah, exactly. How long you been with the company you're with now?
6 years.
Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah, because I know you film some episodes sometimes. Malpass from the Office.
That's right. Yeah, I've been with it for about 6 years, man. I've been in my trade, going on 12. So.
Oh, okay.
Found a better opportunity 6 years ago, and man, anytime you can better yourself, you got to do it, right?
Yeah, exactly. You know, I wanted to ask you a few questions that, like, a lot of the community ask me. You know, you may know the answer, you may not know the answer. I'm just trying to maybe get the stance of where, you know, just like somebody in the community's thoughts on this. I guess my first question would be, you know, everybody says, what's your end of the year price for XRP? What's your end of the year price? You know, have you really put any thoughts to maybe what the price will be, or, you know, went from 28 cents to $4? I mean, do you see 5, 10? Do you even see 5.89? Like, you know, what's your thoughts?
Since all of the talk of end of year price predictions have started coming out, probably 4 or 5 months ago, I said I believe it's going to be somewhere between $5 to $7, and I really stick behind that, the $5 to $7. I never bought into the 5.89. I know I got some bets out there over the 5.89 price that's going to work out to my advantage, but
matter of fact, I think you got a bet. I didn't mean to cut you off. Matter of fact, now that you mention that, I recall a bet that you may have.
Yeah, the old infamous detailer bet. That's right.
That's like right. Somebody loses, they're gonna have to do something or something.
So what it is if the price point hits 5.89 by the end of the Asian New Year, which is like I think at the end of March.
Okay.
So 6 months away. If it hits 5.89 by that price point, by that timeline, I have to buy a plane ticket and fly from Georgia to San Francisco.
Okay.
I put on my crypto XRP socks. Freaking through the streets of downtown San Francisco. Yeah. Crypto man, hats off to you, man. He offered to send me 3 socks. He said he never sends 3 socks. He said it's either 2 or 4, but just for the bet.
3 socks.
We'll see how that works out.
Now, what's Tiller supposed to do if he loses?
Man, he had a win-win. We didn't even throw anything out there for him.
Oh, for real? Wow, man, that's amazing.
That was my fault because I thought about that like 2 days ago. I was like, dude, what are you going to do if you lose the bet? No, it's win-win for me. We didn't pick nothing. Okay.
So you're saying basically your end of the year price is what, between $5 and $10, or?
I say 5 to 7. 5 to 7. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that some people will say that's kind of conservative. I think some people will say that that's outrageous, but 5 to 7, I think that's where we're going to be.
Okay. Now, I hate to ask this question also, too, though. A lot of people, like, talk about BG123. You know, my take on it is basically, I think it's been a good thing for the community. You know, a lot of his predictions have come true. Now it's weighing on everybody's mind, you know, is this 5.89 prediction of Bearable Guy going to come true? You know, what's your whole take on the whole Bearable Guy and, you know, the impact it's played on the community? And, you know, I'm not even sure if you're really familiar with, you know, some of his predictions and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've been following that since the beginning, and I think that Bearable Guy 123, I think he was a blessing and also a curse.
Okay.
I think that it really pulled us all together, digging, researching, trying to figure out what these clues are, trying to solve the riddles, and it really brought the community close together. But the more he got right, the more people took it further than just a riddle that has actually pulled the community together. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Some folks live by that now. You know what I mean? And the worst thing that ever could have happened with that was him be right on so many different occasions. Dude ain't been he ain't been wrong yet.
Yeah, exactly.
So does that mean we're gonna hit 5.89? Man, y'all see the markets just like we do.
Yeah.
I think that's not gonna happen unless something very drastic was to happen, and it would have to happen pretty quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Able to get to where it's at. If you'd asked me 7 months ago, would I think it would be at 5.89 end of the year? No. I've never believed in the 5.89 price point, but I think that the Bearable Guy, I think he's smart. I'm not going to say that he has inside information. I think that he's smart and might have did a lot of good research.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's a lot of people in the community that are like that. A lot of people do a lot of good research and do So if somebody was really paying attention and was really able to dig deep and concentrate on that alone, I believe that they could come up with the riddles. They could have come up with all of that. But like I say, the worst thing that could have happened wasn't be right about everything.
Yeah, I'm actually really glad I asked you. I think you had a really, really good point. Like you said, that basically that he had so many things right that, you know, that people kind of almost fell into definitely believing the 589. You
That's
know,
right.
when you logically really look at it, they go from, you know, $1 to $500. I mean, of course, that's like, it's going to have to, like, something major is going to have to happen. Maybe like a Swift partnership.
Hey, whatever it is, if it's going to happen, it needs to happen quick.
Yeah, exactly. That's for sure. So, yeah, like basically said, I think it's been a real good thing for the community. It's kept the community going. You know,
Absolutely.
one of the question is, everybody says, you know, what are you going to do when XRP moons? Once it moons, you know, what is your big plans? You know, just say, for example, if XRP does go to 589, like, are you going to still work your job? Are you going to retire? Are you going to, you know, have you ever, like, daydreamed of the possibilities of this thing goes in the direction we want it to go?
Since I was 16 years old, I've been 1 year without a job. There's no way I'm quitting work, Bubba.
What?
No matter how much money, I'm getting up and I'm going to work, man. That's how I teach my boys good work ethic. Just stay on them. I want my kids to know where they're at right now, and not let a lot of money affect that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that definitely makes sense.
So what I want to do, so my exit strategy is pretty simple, man. It was never about me. It was never about me. Once I realized what exactly could happen with XRP, once I realized how life-changing it could be, instantly, it wasn't about me anymore. Okay. I got four little ones. So my plan is, as of right now, I got 2 years until my oldest turns 18. So when she turns 18, pulling 25% out.
Okay.
That is for her. I would really hope that I can push her in the direction of higher education with that. But that's going to be her startup in life, because I know what it's like not to have a startup in life and have to start from the bottom. So just give her a little bit more advantage than what I had. So at 2 years, 25% goes to her. And then every 4 years after that, I will have another kid that turned 18.
Wow. Okay.
So on each one of them's 18th birthday, they get their 25%.
Wow.
To do whatever it is that they need to do with it. Like I say, I'm going to do everything possible to encourage them towards higher education. My oldest daughter, she pretty much knows no ifs, ands, or buts. Even if XRP does anything, I expect her for higher education, because she's worked too hard and already getting D1 letters in. So
wow,
worked way too hard not to go. So
exactly.
But like I say, it's not about me, man. It's all about the kids. I'm a very family-oriented person, man, and I think that a lot of times my heart, I think it actually outweighs my brain on just about everything that I do.
Okay, I know what you mean by that.
I see somebody in trouble, I want to help, kind of deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think that realistically, I think that I have given away more XRP than I have at this point.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, to be honest. I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, actually, being generous is actually, it's kind of addicting. It's kind of like a good feeling. It's a priceless feeling. It's a priceless feeling, that's for sure.
And I like seeing the reactions, man. I mean, like with the small stuff that we did for Paul Oliver. You know what I mean? Just how he was to have a friend in his time of need. And I think that realistically that's now a lifelong friend for me with Paul Oliver. And the situation that he was going through with his medical need, it really struck up something that I think is going to be a lifetime of a friendship there. I really do. So it's just the feeling of giving, man. It's always better, though. Anytime I'd give him anything I got.
Man, believe it or not, you said something like, you said a few things that were really, really valid that actually reminded me. Well, first thing you said was basically about, being a father that sets an example for his kids, that works every day. that actually really reminded me of my stepfather, because my real father was never in my life. And my real dad got up, busted his butt, got up 5 o'clock in the morning. A lot of times didn't come home until nighttime. And, you know, that really, you know, played a part in my life as far as, you know, showing me that this is what a man does, you know. Rain, sleet, or snow, no matter how bad you don't want to go, like, you got to, you know, do what you got to do to provide for your family. And so hats off to you, man. You sound like a really great role model for your kids. And the other thing you said was, is basically you got like a really good plan. Like people think, oh, end of the year, I'm ready to moon, I'm ready to cash out, I'm ready to do this. Well, guess what, guys? There's a huge opportunity in front of us. But, you know, if you have like a 2-year plan, a 4-year plan, I don't think people would beat themselves up so much if through the ups and the downs of the bear market. Like you said, your exit plan is a lot more realistic that I think a lot of people should lean towards.
I think I actually did a video on this. I'm sure I did a video on this about realistically how many people are going to have Lambo type money and still be able to have money left over. Setting realistic goals, man, preparing yourself for it, investing in yourself, investing in your family. That goes so much further than blow all your money in 2 years and then be broke. There's a lot of lottery winners, and I sort of look at it as, like, I've heard people say winning the lottery in reverse kind of deal, and or whatever. But it's very easy to get caught up in that money and not use it for anything positive. In 2 years, you're broke, filing bankruptcy, and all you have is a remembrance of what it was.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
If you invest in yourself and you invest in your family and the people that really mean the most to you in this world, set them up for success, and come out of here, and know that set them up for success, and really know that you did something positive, not only for yourself, but for your family, for your community, and everything.
Wow, exactly. That's amazing. And I guess the other thing you said really quick is, and that's why I do like the average Joe investor interviews, and you know I try to, like I said on the XRP After Dark, I mainly highlight the community and we talk amongst the community. It's because I've met so many great people all around the world. I mean, like you said, I've met friends that I'm probably going to have for the rest of my life. Like you said with Paul Oliver, and then his health conditions, and then we like all, you know, helped him and supported him with XRP and mugs and just trying to make him feel better, and shirts, and you know, just like you said, we just met a lot of amazing people all around the world that we will be friends with for life, and that's amazing. It's like that's why I always say XRP family, because it's like a second family.
Absolutely, it is. Absolutely, it is. Man, there's so many good players in the game, man, and there's some folks in that might not get the seen as much as everybody else, man. But hey, I think that's some of the closest people we have. Especially all the guys that come off of your live stream that we've got close with, Paul and Pepe and Paul, and look at GXRP stepping up and doing some stuff, man. Some up doing some stuff. We've I think we even OD Tiller, man, and Grumpy Self. I mean, we've built a family, and of course we're gonna have our ups and downs. We're definitely gonna have that, but we got to realize we are family, and we're gonna have that. Put some differences to the side, and let's make sure that we keep that family tight.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, well, I guess, you know, I got like 2 more questions, and we won't make the interview too long. My other question is, you know, like, you know, being as that like you do work full time, and you know, you got the family life and all, and you're into crypto. Now, you know, being that you watch, you know, CKJ, and like you mentioned Cobb, you know, like, as like a person in the community now, like, do you do like a lot of research? And I know you said you've done a ton of research when you first got into crypto, but like, do you just like mainly rely on like, you know, content creators and see what they're talking about? Or do you know, you still like search through crypto news, or like really what's your take on, you know, moving forward? Like, you know,
so I don't watch as many YouTubers as I used to. It used to feel like a full-time job trying to catch everybody's train. So I don't watch as many YouTubers as I used to. Realistically, you and Jungle, that's pretty much 99.9% of all the watching. I've been getting into the GXRP. A little bit of Crypto SB, get a little chart reading. So, like I said, I don't have time to watch everybody. But I do spend a lot of time, of course, on Twitter. I spend a lot of time There's the XRP chat that is on Reddit that I spent a little time in there.
Okay.
Never even spoke up in there. I just sort of just read what they have going on. I do a lot XRP news, Googling it, stuff like that, trying to find out some stuff. So I don't research other projects as much as I used to. I still research XRP a good bit because, like I said, there is so much stuff out there that you don't know exactly what's accurate and what's not accurate. And
yeah, exactly.
As you're in there searching on it, and then you hear the content providers that are actually pointing out the stuff that is accurate, stuff that's more than likely some false because there's not credible resources, all that kind of stuff. So pretty much I just take a grand overview of all of it and just try to pretty much just do my own research and not rely on anybody to tell me, hey, this is what's right and this is what's wrong. But
wow,
overall approach to it.
I think you made a really good point too, because I was just basically trying to find out, like, you know, where do people get most of their news from, or how do they do their research. And I think you're right on the money with that. Like, if anybody's getting into crypto, I highly recommend Twitter because, like you said, a lot of people just reshare the news that they research, and then if the article catches your eye, then you, of course, you can read into it. So really, instead of saying, okay, I look at crypto coin news and then I look at the third world news, leave it on, like you said, the place to go is Twitter.
Yeah, I've actually quit a lot of that stuff. I get a lot of notifications from those places still. That same article 2 seconds later I can find on Twitter and actually get somebody's opinion on it.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Whether their opinion is right, wrong, or indifferent, but it starts a conversation and we start getting other opinions. And
okay,
so I think that's a great source of news right there, honestly.
Wow, that's right on the money. So yeah, basically, like, people don't know if you're researching crypto news, you can go on Twitter when somebody reshares a link, and then you can actually go through the comments, and you know, somebody might have read the article and they pointed out something very significant, or if this is complete false, and oh, this is false, and you know, you can kind of get an idea right away. So
sometimes they're all excited in there. Sometimes you want to get a bucket of popcorn and watch the fight go down. What's gonna happen, man? It's fun.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. So basically, you know, maybe my last two questions for you. My other thing is really quick is, you know, like far as like exchanges and stuff that you normally deal with. So you just do you deal with Binance or Bittrex still, or Coinbase at all, or what do you recommend for everybody out there?
I actually did a little Coinbase transaction the other day. I'm ashamed to say it, but quick, it was fast, and I just needed to get some money in real quick. You know what I mean? Fix the itch. Had to fix the itch, but I do have a couple of different exchanges on there. I think I have 3 different exchanges: Binance, Bittrex, Uphold. But I had everything in Binance until I saw the Bittrex was actually the official partner of XRP. I was like, what better place to have my money, man? The official partner. So I sent it all to Bittrex. So
okay,
absolutely.
Yeah, Bittrex got me excited too. Actually, after seeing them at the Swell event, I didn't even know they were tied into Ripple, and then I did a little bit more research on the U.S. exchange. They're talking about how many rules because they delisted a bunch of tokens that pretty much didn't meet the requirements of their exchange. So, like you said, I think Bittrex is probably pretty reputable. I think that
realistically, I like the Binance platform better.
Okay.
You're actually in there. I mean, it's easier to actually get through the site and actually see what's what, see what prices are what. Bittrex actually revamped its website, and it's actually kind of difficult in my opinion. I mean, I'm not used to all that kind of stuff. Like you say, I'm just an average Joe investor. But in my opinion, it's not as user-friendly as Binance is. Okay.
Wow. Yeah, you're right on the money with that. Binance is extremely easy. That's for sure. So, you know, really my last question is basically, you know, you said you have friends in crypto. Now, do you still talk to them about crypto, or do you try to spread the good word about crypto at all? Or, you know, has people said you're crazy, or this is a bubble, or it's not going to last, and, you know, you try to convince them, or you give them information, or you just say, oh, what the hell with it, or...
It really depends on who I'm talking to, on how deep I'll get into it. The guys that I started with, one of them actually come back. He actually put all his money in Bitcoin.
Okay.
So once he did that, he was like, man, everybody's telling me it's a windfall. Bitcoin's going to be worth $1 million one day. And I'm like, dude, just listen to me. Let's sit down and let's talk about XRP. Let's talk about the partnerships. Let's talk about RippleNet. Let's talk about all this stuff that's going on. the names that are involved with it, that are involved in all this other stuff. I said, let's sit down and talk about this for a minute. And I talked to him for about an hour.
Okay.
And that son of a gun called me back and said, man, I just got 30,000 XRP. I said, yeah.
Yeah, you ain't lying. Yeah, you
Where
ain't
did that
lying.
come from? I said,
You ain't
man.
lying.
So yeah, he's once he started researching it, man, he calls me every day. Man, did you see this? Did you see that? I said, man, you're 3 days late. Bubba, catch up. And it's a lot of
everybody
fun.
that's out there watching. Before we go, you know, like my thing is always to try to encourage people during the bear market. You know, I can see, you know, we're both on Team Ripple, excited about XRP. But if there's one thing that you could think of that like really got you excited about XRP and like, you know, like you're on the right track, you know, what would that be, you think?
CKJ Crypto News.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. That's for sure.
It's
That's for sure.
Hey, it's a lot of fun, man. It's a lot of fun, man. I was in it deep, man, and I realized I needed to take a step back and get a reality check and get out of the rabbit hole just a little bit and breathe a little bit. You know what I mean? And so I'm in it at the point right now with the bear market. It's been going on so long that I guess some people started getting bored. And I think that's when we really started getting into arguments and stuff. And I'm just trying to have fun with it.
Exactly.
At the moment.